video, let us study a special type of matrix that is called as symmetric matrix. Let us concentrate on symmetric matrix. Let us see what are the characteristics of a given symmetric matrix. First and foremost characteristic is the matrix should be a square matrix. And the second one, very important one, a symmetric matrix is a matrix that equals its own transpose. A transpose is equal to A. Third property says each entry on one side of the diagonal equals its mirror image on the other side, which means Aij is equal to Aj. Two examples are given here. A is equal to 1, 2, 2, 8. You can see that if I take a transpose of this matrix, and we will observe that it remains the same. So let me take a transpose of this matrix, A transpose. A transpose is equal to 1, 2, 2, 8. The characteristics, first one it says it should be a square matrix, and here we have seen that A equal to A transpose. Also we are seeing that mirror image values are always equal in case of symmetric matrix. We take the second example. B is equal to 1, 0, 0, 4. So when I do B transpose, I get this as 1, 0, 0, 4. Same as that of B, and you also see that the mirror images are equal in this case, and it is a square matrix. We'll take one more example, which is the 3 cross 3 matrix. Let me take it as 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 5, 3, 5, 6. When I take a transpose of this matrix, I am going to get this as 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 5, 3, 5, 6. So you will see that A will be equal to A transpose, or matrix transpose is always equal to matrix in case of symmetric matrix. And this is the diagonal element we have. When you take a mirror image, you will see that this 2 is equal to this 2, 3 will be equal to 3, 5 will be equal to 5, which means that Aij is equal to Aj. And the next property, it says that it need not be invertible. It need not be invertible when we say that the determinants of the matrix, so whatever, if I have a matrix A symmetric matrix, it can be 0. Determinant can become 0. So this condition is valid in case of symmetric matrix. And we can even have a matrix A with all 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. And the next property characteristic is if A inverse exists, suppose we will have A inverse, then it is also going to be symmetric in nature. We should note that any matrix given, A need not be a symmetric matrix, by A transpose always gives you a symmetric matrix. I have taken an example here. This is 1 cross 2 matrix R. It is 1, 2. R transpose is equal to 1, 2. R transpose into R will give me 1, 2, 2, 4, which is once again a symmetric matrix with mirror image elements being equal. And if you take a transpose of this, you will be getting 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll look into two more special properties of symmetric matrix. It says that if A is a symmetric matrix, then A inverse transpose is always equal to A transpose inverse. We'll take an example. Here A is given by 1, 2, 2, 8, and A transpose is given by 1, 2, 2, 8. Because you know that in the case of symmetric matrix, A is always equal to A transpose. And if I take inverse of this A transpose, if I take the inverse of this A transpose, I'm going to get this as 2 minus half 1 by 4. Let me take the inverse of A, 1, 2, 2, 8. A inverse will get it as 2 minus half 1 by 4. When I take a transpose of this, we will see that it is equal to 2 minus half 1 by 4, because the property of the symmetry matrix is that if A is a symmetric matrix, then A inverse is also going to be a symmetric matrix. Once A inverse is a symmetric matrix, we know that A inverse will be equal to A inverse transpose, and that will be equal to A transpose of inverse. Second special property is a symmetric matrix is said to be a symmetric matrix if it can be expressed in the form of A equal to Q B C transpose, where Q is an orthogonal matrix and B is a diagonal matrix. Need not be the diagonal element should be an eigenvalue, need not be. We take an example here. A is equal to A transpose. It can be factored into LDU. Then U is the transpose of L. I have taken an example here. A, L, D, U. U is nothing but it's a transpose of L. So I have taken 1, 2, 2, 8, and I have got here, this is L. Transpose of L is written here, and this is D. Here, remember here, these are not the eigenvalues. The diagonal matrix is not formed by the eigenvalues. Let us try to summarize the properties of symmetric matrix. Symmetric matrix is always a square matrix. If it's of dimension n cross n, then it is n cross n matrix. If A is symmetric matrix of order n with real entries, then we need to prove all these properties listed below. Let us take one example. Let us consider the matrix A is equal to 1, 0, 0, 4. First one, it says that transpose of A matrix A transpose is also symmetric in nature. So let me take the transpose of this matrix. A transpose is given by 1, 0, 0, 4. It is equal to A. It is also symmetric in nature. The second property says scalar multiple of matrix A is also symmetric in nature. Let me multiply the matrix with 2A. That is 2 times 1, 0, 0, 4. That will give me 1 into 2, 0 into 2, 0 into 2, 4 into 2. That gives you 1, 0, 0, 8. And if you observe, this also, this is this 2, sorry, this has to be 2. If you observe, this also turns out to be symmetric in nature. Then next one, inverse matrix A inverse is also symmetrical if it is invertible. Let us take the matrix. First, we'll find out the determinant of A. So determinant of A is 1 into 4, that is 4. It is not equal to 0, so the matrix is invertible in nature. Let us try to find out A inverse. A inverse will give me 1, 0, 0, 1 by 4. If you look at this matrix, this also happens to be symmetric in nature because Aij is equal to Aki. Then the last one says that inverse of the transpose matrix A transpose is equal to the matrix inverse. So let us take the inverse of A transpose, and we know that A transpose is given by 1, 0, 0, 4 inverse, and that is equal to 1, 0, 0, 1 by 4. That is equal to A inverse. Next property, half of the summation to its transpose produces the matrix itself. So let us consider the same matrix 1004, and we have to take half of its value. So half 0 0 2, and we know that transpose will be A itself, the matrix A itself, A transpose is equal to A. So once again it is half 0 0 2. So when I add it, I get this as 1 0 0 4. That is A. Next is subtraction to its transpose produces a null matrix. So we have A matrix. It is 1 0 0 4 minus transpose of A matrix, that is once again 1 0 0 4 will give me 0 0 0 0. And the next one, symmetric matrix A has linearly independent eigenvectors. And if I solve the characteristic polynomial, that is A minus lambda I being equated to 0, I get two eigenvalues, lambda equal to 1, lambda is equal to 4. And corresponding to lambda equal to 1, I get the eigenvector, basis of the eigenvector as 1 0. Corresponding to eigenvalue, lambda is equal to 4, I get the basis as 0 1. So therefore I can write the P matrix as 1 0 0 1. And if you observe that these two columns are independent of each other. So this column is linearly independent of this column, or I can say that this column is linearly independent of this column. These are nothing but the eigenvectors of the eigen corresponding to the eigenvalue. Then next statement says that the eigenvalues of symmetric matrix A are all real numbers, and as we have seen here, we have got eigenvalues, lambda is equal to 1, lambda is equal to 4, both of them are real values. Eigenvectors of distinct eigenvalues are orthogonal to each other. So I have got two eigenvectors corresponding to lambda equal to 1, lambda equal to 4. So two eigenvectors are 0, 1 and 1, 0. And I need to do dot product. So when I do dot product, it is 0 into 1 plus 1 into 0. It is equal to 0. So I can say that these two vectors are orthogonal to each other. If all eigenvalues of symmetric matrix A are distinct, no multiple eigenvalues, then matrix A can be transformed into diagonal matrix. So I can take now P is equal to the corresponding to eigenvalue 4. I have got this as 0, 1. Corresponding to eigenvalue 1, I have got this as 1, 0. When I take the inverse of this P, I get 0, 1, 1, 0. That we have seen earlier, A transpose is equal to A inverse in case of symmetric matrix. This happens to be a symmetric matrix. So D is calculated using the equation P inverse A into C. So this is 0, 1, 1, 0 multiplied by A. A is equal to 1, 0, 0, 4 multiplied by inverse t, that is 0, 1, 1, 0. I am going to get 4, 0, 0, 1. 4 and 1 are the eigenvalues. So I can diagonalize the matrix. Next one, there is an orthogonal matrix that diagonalizes a symmetric matrix by spectral decomposition. So that is what we are seeing here. We have got diagonal the matrix T. Here the two columns, if you do the dot product, you will see that they are orthogonal matrix. In other words, we can say that the determinant of this is not equal to 0. It is equal to minus 1. So this is a matrix which is going to diagonalize the symmetric matrix. T is the matrix. And next one is the number of non-zero eigenvalues is equal to its rank. So we know that this matrix, when you consider a matrix, this is the A matrix, its rank is equal to 2. And rank R is equal to 2. And you know that the number of eigenvalues are also equal to 2. So therefore, number of non-zero eigenvalues is always equal to its rank. If A and B are symmetric matrices of the same size, then the summation of the matrix is also a symmetric matrix, and the subtraction of the matrix is also a symmetric matrix. So let us consider two matrices. A is defined as 3, 4, 4, 5. B is defined as 1, 0, 0, 4. Then A plus B will give me 4, 4, 4, 9. And if you observe, this is a symmetric matrix because you have Aij is equal to Aj. Mirror image is present. Suppose if you want to take the subtraction A minus B, then we get this as 3 minus 1, 2, 4, 4 minus 0, 4, 5 minus 4 is 1. Once again you see that divergent matrix is going to be a symmetric matrix. Next one, let A be any rectangular matrix of size m cross n, then we can form a symmetric matrix A transpose A, and rank of both the matrices are equal. So let us take a matrix A is equal to 1, 2, and A transpose is also equal to 1, 2. So A transpose into A will give me, this is 1, 2 multiplied by 1, 2. So this will give me, it is 1 into 1, 1, and 2 into 1, 2, 1 into 2, 2, 2 into 2, 4. So if you observe this matrix, and this matrix happens to be a symmetric matrix. And if you see here the rank of this matrix, you can reduce this to echelon form. This can be further reduced. So I will keep the first row as it is. I will multiply the first row by 2. I get this as, subtract it from the second row, I get it as 0, 0. So I say this rank is equal to 1. So therefore, here also you observe here the rank is 1. So their ranks are always equal to, it's always equal. Let us study the procedure for orthogonally diagonalizing the symmetric matrix. Let us call the symmetric matrix as A. First step is to find out the eigenvalues and of a given matrix A by using the determinant of A minus lambda I equal to 0. This will give you the characteristic polynomial. When you simplify this, we will be getting the eigenvalue. Once we get the eigenvalues, we need to construct the orthonormal basis for the eigenspace. If the eigenspace has a basis only one vector is involved here. So we need to normalize this V to produce the unit vector U. This can be done by using the formula U is equal to V divided by length of V. And if the eigenspace as a basis, there are two vectors v1, v2, then we need to produce an orthogonal basis first, v1, z2, where z2 is defined as v2 minus v2 dot v1 divided by v1 dot v1 multiplied by v1. Then we need to normalize v1 and z2 to produce an orthonormal basis u1, u2 for the eigenspace. If the eigenspace has multiple vectors in its basis, say v1 to vk, then we have to make use of Gram-Schmidt process to construct the orthonormal basis u1 to uk for the given eigenspace. Union of the basis for all the eigenspaces is an orthonormal basis for R to the power n, where n cross n is the dimension of the matrix A. We have to make use of these vectors as the columns of an orthogonal matrix P and construct B from the eigenvalues. We know how to construct the diagonal matrix using the eigenvalues in an order corresponding to the columns of P. Then finally we can obtain A is equal to P, B, P inverse. In case of symmetric matrix, P inverse is equal to P transpose. So I can write this as P, B, P transpose. Let us try to understand this procedure using an example. I have considered here the symmetric matrix whose elements are 3, 1, 1, 3. The characteristic polynomial is A minus lambda I, that is 3, 1, 1, 3 minus lambda 0, 0, lambda, which gives me 3 minus lambda 1, 1, 3 minus lambda is equal to 0. When I simplify this, I am going to get two eigenvalues, lambda is equal to 2 and lambda is equal to 4. Using these eigenvalues, we have to get the eigenvector. Corresponding to eigenvalue lambda is equal to 4, we have to construct an eigenvector. That is A into x is equal to lambda into x. A is 3, 1, 1, 3 multiplied by x1, x2, that is equal to 4 into x1, x2. That will give me 3 into x1 plus x2 is equal to 4x1. That is minus x1 plus x2 equal to 0, which gives me x1 equal to x2. Even using the second row of this matrix A, we can get this as x1 plus 3x2 is equal to 4x2, which gives me x1 minus x2 equal to 0, that is x1 is equal to x2. Therefore, I have here x1, x2 is equal to x1, both of them are 1 because x1 equal to x2. Therefore, I have the first eigenvector corresponding to lambda equal to 4 is defined as v1, that is equal to 1, 1. Let us normalize this vector, that is v1 divided by length of v1. So I am going to get this as let me call this as u1, and u1 is equal to v1 divided by length of v1. That gives me 1 divided by root of 1 square plus 1 square multiplied by 1, 1. So that will give me 1 by root 2 1, 1. So finally we get this as 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2. Let us try to calculate the eigenvector corresponding to eigenvalue lambda is equal to 2. So we know that 3 into x1 plus x2 is equal to 2 into x1. So that gives you x1 plus x2 equal to 0, that is x1 equal to minus x2. Let me take the second equation. Second equation gives me x1 plus 3x2 is equal to 2x2. So that gives you x1 plus x2 is equal to 0. So therefore I can write this as x1 is equal to minus of x2. So I have here x1, x2 is equal to, if I write this as x1, then it is 1 minus 1. If I take this as x2, then it is minus 1, 1. Any one vector can be considered, and when I know this is going to be my eigenvector corresponding to the lambda is equal to 2. Next step is to normalize the vector v2. That can be done using the formula u2 is equal to v2 divided by its length. Here it is root of minus 1 whole square plus 1 square multiplied by minus 1, 1. That will give you minus 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2. That will give you v2. Once we know u1 and u2, we can form the matrix P. It is u1, u2. So here u1 is 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2. Whereas u2 is minus 1 by root 2, this 1 by root 2. Even knowing the value P, the matrix P, we can easily find out P inverse. In this case, symmetric matrix, it is P transpose. So it is equal to 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2 minus 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2. Let us find out the diagonal matrix B. The first column eigenvector of corresponds to value 4. Second column corresponds to eigenvalue 2. So therefore D is equal to 4, 0, 0, 2. So let us verify P, D, P inverse. Is it equal to A or not? So here we have P is equal to 1 by root 2 minus 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2 multiplied by 4, 0, 0, 2. It is further multiplied by P transpose. P transpose is given by 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2 minus 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2. So when I multiply it further, I get this as 1 by root 2 minus 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2 multiplied by 4 by root 2, and it is 4 by root 2, and we have minus 2 by root 2, and it is plus 2 by root 2. Further multiplication gives us 4 divided by root 2, that will give us 2, minus of minus plus 2 divided by 2, that is 1. Next one is 4 divided by root 2, that will give us 2 and minus of 1. And I have similarly here 4 root 2 by root 2, 2, and here it is minus 1. Next is 4 root 2 by 2 is 2, and 2 root 2 by multiplied by 1 by root 2, that is 2 plus 1. That will give me 3, 1, 1, 3. This is equal to 8. Thank you. In the next video, let us study a special matrix, which is positive definite matrix.